capitalism so far has been the dominant paradigm. I think that we're seeing more and more hybrids of capitalism. Market-driven, yes, but more state regulation, state direction. And it's not new. I mean, even in the academic literature, South Korea and Japan would not have risen up without mercantilism, without this so-called developmental state model, where the government, the state, had a direct role in the guiding development policies, in the promoting collaboration between the public and private sectors, between the banks and the industrial companies, and so on. So from the developmental state of Korea, South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, we're now moving to a different kind of capitalist developmental state in China. And the difference being that China is a one-party state, not like South Korea and Japan, democratic societies, and also US allies. But China is very top-down authoritarian state. And it has worked for China so far. But the jury is out. And, I think time is really the big factor here. It depends how long our time frame is. So far, in the last 4 decades, China has been amazing, phenomenal. To the uplift to human life in China from capitalist development has been just astounding, astonishing. I think almost unprecedented. All these people, hundreds of millions, have been lifted out of poverty. It's amazing. But moving forward, I think we're seeing more hybrids elsewhere. The Europeans are talking about industrial policy, so more regulation, more state-guided development, economic development. The U.S., the role of the state is, the U.S. has an inherent DNA against state intervention. But even there, you're seeing some more regulation in some areas. Certainly in Southeast Asia, in Asia, in most societies in the world, there is capitalist development, capitalism, but it's more qualified with the role of the state, the role of regulations, with a little bit more centralized structure in some areas. So I see this hybridism, the hybrid model between state and market having a role in capitalist development, not just a market-based, not free market certainly. And this will have a long course to run because when it's more hybrid, there's more flexibility, more pragmatism, and maybe the hybrid model of market and state both, varying over time in a capitalist economy, in a world capitalist system. Maybe that can answer and address grievances and buy some time. So it depends on the shades of the hybrid. I think, and also different societies have different needs. So for Thailand, Southeast Asia, they still have to rely a lot on foreign investment. They're still at a different stage of development. So they need a lot of capital, technology. They have a big market, of course, sizable. But this means that they have to rely on markets to a large extent with some state directions, but not so far as to deter investors and foreign investment. For the more mature markets, I think that they are looking more at the state direction, state-guided development. I mean, the EU is talking about industrial policy, which is something that anathema to the traditional model of liberal capitalist development. So I think overall capitalism will survive, from ups and downs because it has inner strength, but it also has some very obvious weaknesses that have led to inequality and disparity. And over time, this hybrid model of state and market within capitalist development will allow different societies to adjust and to achieve their aims.